Hello, I'm 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗆. Welcome to PAMCast, August 18th, 2026, for the third try now. But we're good to go now. So this is PAMCast. This is for TechIDManager existing partners, people that know what TechIDManager is and are looking for what has happened in the previous month, what we've been up to as a company, and what we expect to happen in the next month. If you are unfamiliar with TechIDManager, you should go to techidmanager.com. Check it out, request a demo. We do privileged account management for managed service providers. We also do privileged access control and privileged access management for managed service providers and users. We just rolled that out. So without further ado, let's bring up our agenda and work our way through it so that you can know all the things that you're supposed to know for a PAMcast. Here's our agenda. August 18th, 2026. What have we been up to? Like we've been talking about for a while, we are rolling out TechID Elevate. This is UAC prompt management for end users' computers that request access to run stuff as admin, and that MSP technicians can approve or deny those things. You can also make rules around what is automatically allowed to elevate and what is not allowed to elevate, all that kind of stuff. This is our initial foray into this, and we're very excited about it. Initial rollout is going well. We've gotten some feedback. We've had some bugs. We are rolling out updates to the agent to fix some of those things. We rolled out some fixes yesterday that are going to get updated slowly throughout the infrastructure. That has been our major focus, is really rolling that out, checking out how it's going, getting feedback from people, talking to people about it. There are a couple features that we released we thought were not MVP. They are MVP for some people. So right now, it elevates applications that users choose to run as a special user named TechID Elevate. This gives it traceability. This gives it a very limited blast radius. This limits anything that admin program is doing to that machine and that machine only, with no network access, no access to the user's data, stuff like that. There are some things that don't run that way, such as QuickBooks updates, older software, some legacy software. It generally comes down to poorly written software, updates and installs, or some software like PLC software that really needs full access to the machine as the user. That is outside of our scope. We are adding the ability to elevate something as a user, but that is not what we have today. We are in the initial rollout of this. It's going really well. As part of that, we have started this project that we are calling Project Ease Install Friction. This is a whole bunch of changes related to initial setup and install of TechIDManager and TechID Elevate, getting the agent installed, all that kind of stuff. That is really these kind of things. It is fewer steps on the installs. So we are looking at every step that you go through for an install of a TechID agent, TechID client, getting the portal set up, adding technicians. We are looking at every step. If that step is not valid or necessary, not really necessary, it's valid. If it's not a necessary step, we're slimming it out. So there will be fewer steps to doing anything. We are looking at smarter defaults. That means that some of the things that you have to set now that you set every time, they're going to be gone. Like the client GUID. We're going to embed the client GUID for a particular person or technician in the executable so that when they download and install it, they won't have to set that. It's one of the smarter defaults that we're working toward. A unified experience is the next thing. Right now, you have an MSI to install the TechID client. You have a zip file to install TechID agent on Windows. You have a TGZ to install TechID agent on Mac. You have PowerShell scripts that install the base install for TechID agent on Entra ID, and you have an executable that does the TechID agent linking. We are looking to unify all of that into graphically driven executables. MSIs for all the installs. The base install and the linker for Entra ID will be a GUI that you click your way through and answer questions. It'll have feedback, all that kind of stuff. It will be the same, well, mostly the same underlying technology, just polished up, cleaned up, made to look nicer. A big part of that is to take less time. We want things to be deployed faster, for users to have better experiences, things to be easier. There are some big changes coming with version 7.0 about what the defaults are. They will all be backward compatible, don't worry. So when you go from 6 point whatever to 7.0, some of the configurations of the machines will automatically migrate. Some things will look different, but they will all work the same. And new installs of 7.0 will be much more simplified, much quicker, much easier, much faster. They'll be configurable from more places, configurable from the portal as well as the command line. We already have that in place, but it needs polish. To be honest and transparent about it, and we're polishing that up and making it look better. All right, so that's our big next push, is easing install friction. In addition to getting TechID Elevate rolled out with all the features that it needs, part of that is to ease the install friction for it. All right, that's what we've been up to. That's kind of a little bit of a preview of what's coming also on a grander scale. Not all those changes won't roll out next week, but they will be coming. Yeah, all right. The new features that have come out this month, there have been a couple host and portal changes that were released this month. Mostly graphical. Most of it was behind the scenes, things that really you didn't see. Things getting ready to ease the install friction for the upcoming releases. Nothing real specific, nothing major that changed there. But there have been a couple minor releases, fixes here, fixes there. Changes here to support TechID Elevate things like that. A new version of several new versions of TechID Agent Windows have been rolled out. Most of these have been related to TechID Elevate updates. I don't know how much technical, some cert checking stuff changed, some transition of information changed, some ways that the application runs on the machine have changed and get information. All of those have been rolled out. One of the most recent change for TechID Agent was yesterday. It's on its way of rolling out, auto updating everywhere that has auto update enabled. There have been a couple questions talking about auto update. There have been a couple questions. Well, let's finish this TechID login first. Also, TechID login right there is now capable of using any account, including Entra ID accounts on Entra ID joined machines, to log in with the Tech Login tile. Just as a quick reminder, there is a special tile called the Tech Login tile down here on the bottom that you can turn on, you can enable anywhere that an agent installed. You can brand it to look like you want, and when you click on it, say a technician sits down in front of a machine physically or remote, they can choose who they are, and then there's a message, approve this request in TechID Client. In their TechID Client, under the Login Request tab, is their request to log in. They're the only one that sees this. This happens on the mobile, happens on the Windows or the Mac, all those places. They can then approve or deny that request. There is no pop-up, no notification about this, so that some user can't sit down and request to log in as a technician, and that technician gets bothered by all these login requests. Doesn't happen. Login request is only valid for 2 minutes. In that time, the technician can approve it, and then you get logged into that machine automatically with your password, your account, all that kind of stuff. The account used to log in there can be configured to be the local account on the machine, which is the default. It can be configured to be a domain account that is unique to the technician. It can be configured to be an Entra ID account that is unique to a technician. It can be configured to be a shared admin account on that machine with login attributed to that individual. It can be a shared domain account that has access to that machine with attribution to that individual when they log in. All of those are options, and all of those work. The most interesting one for some people is the ability to use an Entra ID account to log in to an individual machine that is Entra ID joined or registered. Very cool feature. Is out there in all the agents that are deployed. If you have any question about it, email support@techidmanager.com. We can give you more information on it. It's also on the install instructions page for the agent. Speaking of the agent and auto updating. There have been a couple questions this past month about how we update the agent automatically, what that rollout looks like, and what kind of time frame that takes. When we do an agent update on Windows or an automatic update to anywhere, we give it a percentage to update. This percentage, say 5, 25%, 50%, 100%, whatever, that is the percentage chance that any individual element will update in any given day. Usually we do 25% update rate. That means that every morning when a machine wakes up, turns on for the first time, decides to check for its updates the first time during that day, sometime in the first 3 hours of running, it'll contact our server and say, hey, is there a new update? What's the percentage chance that I should update? It'll then roll some dice, and if the dice roll exceeds that percentage, then it updates. Well, meets that percentage requirement. So in essence, every day, every machine, every TechID client, every TechID agent has that percentage chance to update to the latest version. And if it doesn't make it, it tries again the next day. This gives us a slow rollout. It doesn't give you a set time frame on when they're all going to update. Generally, after about 7 days of a slow rollout, either 5% or 25% are the two numbers we've used in recent rollouts. After about 7 days, we will set that update percent to 100%, and then every agent will update the next day. Catch any stragglers, anything like that. We have also released new versions of the TechID Client Mobile. The mobile app for both Android and iOS are in the appropriate stores. You can find them by searching for TechIDManager or TechID Client, or just TechID. The changes here are related to some edge cases with the notifications for Elevate and some edge cases for the seeing of the login requests on the various platforms. If you have any issues with the mobile app, just let us know. That's what's changed this month. I might have missed something. There could be some other stuff. We've done a lot of stuff about ease install friction, but not all of it's made it out yet. For next time, you should really start seeing some of these ease install friction items coming to the forefront. There will be an MSI installer for the TechID agent. It will have the ability to do silent installs, so you'll still be able to script them. There will still be scripts that you can use to automatically download, deploy, and configure this. The MSI will include your client GUID when you download it from the portal, which we'll get to here in a little bit. It'll have all the same command line options. You'll be able to configure the agent the same way. There will also be a GUI that you can use to configure the agent instead of only running from the command line, if that's the way you choose to configure it. This will be especially helpful for the first 1 or 2 times that you enable or configure new options. Then you'll be able to see the command lines that you use to use those. You'll be able to script those from there to do it en masse. We realize that the scripting, the command line interface is what you need to deploy en masse. It also makes it easier to figure that all out if you have a GUI where you can click these things. We're going to provide you the best of both so that you can have an easy install enjoyment experience. All right. Part of that also is for Entra ID, there used to be there currently is also a PowerShell script that's used to install the base installer or to update the base installer, and an executable used to link any tenant to your base install. We've merged all of that into one executable that still uses the Azure CLI underneath. It shows you all the Azure CLI command lines it's running. It still uses Azure CLI to log in, but it collates all that into one GUI with all the options presented there that you can choose the options, go back and change them before you click install. It's not a once through command line thing. It's really nice. It looks the same. It looks and feels very similar to the TechID client, very similar to the rest of the product, does the installs very nicely. It's going to look and feel very similar to the TechID agent for Windows configuration tool and for the one for the Mac configuration tool. The portal. As part of our easy install friction, we have some TechID portal changes coming. There's going to be a download page on the portal. It is going to look like this over here. Instead of going to the TechIDManager.com website and getting downloads, you will go to the portal and log into the portal and get the latest version of all of the things with your client GUID built in to the executables that you download to run and install. Part of that easing install friction. You also only have the latest one click right here to get the latest download. You can see the release histories. You can see details on the latest release, all that kind of stuff. And we put in a bunch of icons to help you know that this is an agent for Windows domains and for Windows local machines. This is an agent for the Mac OS. This is an agent for Entra ID. This is the installer that you can download. The client for Windows, the client for Mac, the client for Android, and the client for iOS. The one for Android and iOS clearly just take you to the appropriate store so that you can download it. Tech access is being enabled in the portal. As a manager, you see all of this stuff on the side here. As a technician, you will only see downloads and agents. And the only agents that you'll be able to see are the agents that you have access to. This also means that when a manager signs up a new technician, they put in the username like they used to before, and they put in the email address. That is going to be used to email the technician the install and setup instructions with their client GUID, where they can download the TechID client and install it from, and how they can get access to the portal so that they can get access to the downloads page and things like that. There's also going to be a script builder in the portal. So when you want to build a script to deploy the TechID agent on Windows, you will go to Downloads and Script Builder, and it'll show you. Right now, we only have the 3 current scripts: the install unique user script, the install shared user script, and the update agent script that we currently provide. We have full script building coming very soon, where you will choose from graphically all of the options that you want to install the agent with, and it will give you a PowerShell script that you can use to install and deploy en masse without having to figure all of that out. We think that's very cool. That's part of our easing install friction that we are working to help with. All right, that's the high level of what you can expect for next time. There will probably be also more TechID Elevate updates. There will be more updates in general. Yeah. And as always, our newsletter is right there. Don't forget to sign up for it. If you don't get it, sign up, get our newsletter. That has been PAMCast for August 18th, 2026. So glad that all of y'all are here. So happy. Things are going really well. We, as a company, are happy and thriving. Our new developers are working out well. One day, maybe we'll have some other people on here besides me. Some of the companies start introducing you around to all the new people we have. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how camera shy people are. I am clearly not camera shy. I love being on camera. Other people, though, are not quite so camera happy. So we'll see. Until next time, hope you enjoyed all this information. Have a great day. I talk to y'all later.